You can see me. Let's take questions if people are out there. My apologies on my technical is atrocious. Um, well, I've presented what I needed to present, I guess, and hopefully people will come into the stream here. Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oh, we got people. Hello, Brandon. How are you? Yes, great. Thank you. People can hear me. Actually, hang on here. Yeah, my computer decided to take a crap. Hang on here. Oh, all right. Alrighty. Let's get started. Can you guys hear me okay now? Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. All right. So I'm here live back on YouTube. I'm on a point where I need to get a new system. It's taxed to the bone. I was testing, just so people know, I was testing cloud for all my stuff. It's not going to work. Cloud will not work at all due to the fact that there's too many moving parts with this stuff. When you throw in the VS Code, the database, the logging, all the connections, there's two I'm using, obviously, interactive brokers with Rhythmic. It's just too much. A cloud will not be able to handle this. And then applying a lot of the AI stuff to it as well. Okay, so sorry about that. So I have to get a really sophisticated. I was operating at 16, I believe, 16 gig, and it just puked. And I turn off everything. It's because of the streaming, and the software I use is just too much. So I'll have to have a dedicated system for this. So I'll need to do that for the next stream. My big time apologies. But the good thing, everything will stay up on YouTube. So I got kind of what I wanted to show. Anyways, for you, Brandon, any fit or NOB strategies generated lately with Claude and bot and note and futures? To get a better idea on the treasury, I just call it treasury bond strategies. I do see a lot of the bots that do create treasury. The thing is that I'm still playing a lot with the margin requirements, and for the amount of returns you get, I have to see the comparison of return with other higher performing assets. Like oil lately has been pretty good. I don't know, but as I shown in that last stream, that I could probably have some gems in there for gold. I do think gold can do well when the gold price moves up. So there's that. So again, treasuries, I don't know. It's hard to say. And I think with treasuries the way they're going, they're going to blow up. I mean, I was just watching some video and they said they could be up to over 6% or something by the end of the year. I mean, that's blow up territory, and especially with the national debt. You want to diversify. I mean, treasury, yeah, yeah, but I just think it's going to come down in a bad way. I don't know if that answers your question. So I'm not saying I wouldn't want to do treasury. It's just I just think there's better performers out there. With what I showed earlier with those 2 3,000 bots and 100 plus, the performance is potentially there, but I just got to do further investigation with what I just started out showing you. So that's the place to be. Whatever the best performing bots are. Okay, so you got 64 gig on your Linux, and not just that, but Linux is much slimmer than Windows. Like my Windows is so bloated with all this garbage that Microsoft throws in their OS, and yeah, I could blah blah blah. I could reduce it and all. It's just a real full-time job, it seems. So, and if I go with Linux, then I'm kind of limited with Rhythmic as well, because a lot of their software is Windows based, so I have to stay on Windows. So, Brandon, they typically reduce maintenance at IBKR on Treasury spreads. Check the What If Portfolio Navigator. Yeah, I could probably do that. As I said, Treasury, or sorry, Interactive Broker is not my priority. I'm just using them for demonstration purposes. Yeah, I do see the steepeners. Yeah, a lot of the bots that get created, you'll see that in the name of the strategies that are created. They are 5 year, 10 year, whatever steepeners. So I do see that in the bot name. I just haven't really studied it, and I have seen kind of the profits. It's not much, and right now you don't want to add leverage to anything in the markets because I think you'll blow out your account really fast. So you got to be really careful there as well. I hope Adam comes back. He had some interesting things to say. Yeah, so that's where it's at. Most of the focus, I think, from what I'm seeing, will be oil long term. I mean, that's what I've been seeing for the last month or so. The best performing asset out there in the futures market. Gold is flat. I mean, you've seen what's happened with the indices that are getting killed off now. So there's not a lot of hope there. Maybe copper may come back. I don't know. What was the nat gas spread that performed 1,4K to? I have not, to be honest, I've not really looked at that. I'm only focused right now on the mechanics of everything. If I had my system, I could probably pull it up. But I'm not sure. I just don't remember the exact strategy, if it's an arbitrage, if there is a spread in there. But I have to kind of pull up the reports and dig through it. I do know that there was what do they call it, a demand in the summer for natural gas. So it was kind of a weird title of a strategy. And the thing is, I think it's just a benefit of how oil's going up. It's the same with gasoline, like RBOB as well has done pretty good. So natural gas. The thing is, when I looked at the overall comparison on the performance, natural gas was just a blip. It wasn't a long-term strategy. So natural gas was just kind of, like I said, a blip. When oil goes up, like all the energy complex goes up as well. The more, from what I've seen in the past, the natural gas, or not natural gas, but gas itself, RBOB seems to be more consistent and is more dependent upon the performance of oil. Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news with what's been going on with Iran. It seems that with this helicopter that got shot down, Trump has promised to, well, apparently from what I understand, there's a promise of an attack in proportion to what downing a helicopter is. So they're trying to keep a lid on this thing, and I think Trump knows he's in real trouble economically. So don't be surprised that they'll just at the last minute, somewhere down the line, pull out of the blue. They just, you know, and they'll just withdraw everything, and that's going to be one of the big wins for Iran, and then that will help stabilize the price of oil and everything else, and hopefully things go back to normal. And but on the other hand, if that did happen, let's say if the Americans did pull out, there will be still a toll to be paid at Hormuz, because apparently there was some interest from Oman as well to have a a toll to go through, which goes against all marine laws. If that's the case, then that's going to keep the price of oil quite high. So I don't know where that will go. I don't know. I don't think, from what I'm seeing as of today, if they're keeping that attack on that helicopter getting shot down, that the proportion is going to be controlled. That tells you, I think the Americans want out. as well. So that's all I could say about oil. If oil was to spike up, obviously that won't happen. If things do normalize, I can just tell right now that the indices want to come back. They want to rally as well. So you may start to see some normal patterns of everything going up with with S&P and Nasdaq. So that could happen. So I don't know, but that's what my little spidey senses tell me. If you got questions, let me know. Yeah, my apologies again for the prior sessions. This computer pretty well went into a meltdown. I mean, it's fine now, but I don't want to start up another stream. You'd think that it's just streaming's. I don't know. Maybe I might keep it to this format on a phone. It's easier, and just tell people to watch the videos beforehand. So if they got questions on it, that might be a better approach. I was hoping to do more online demos and stuff with it. I can do that, but it's I don't know. Any market making strategies in oil or gas lately generated? No, I don't think so because market making is more of a high frequency trading type of style. So the strategies that get built with these bots are not market making. You might get some correlation between certain assets or arbitrage or hedging, all the classic future stuff or option stuff. But in terms of ultra low latency, I could specifically do that. But with what I'm doing right now, I just think it's you'll get killed on the commissions, especially if you're on a higher tier, more general tier, on Rhythmic or even on Interactive Brokers. Yeah, I think the commissions would kill you off. So, from my experience as well, have you looked into using the Monte Carlo permutation test against the strategies generated to ignore noise-based strategies? Yeah, so that's good. A good question. If you were to see my rules that covers that topic, so there is these mini Monte Carlo simulations done when the bots get applied. The basically you have basically let me explain what this does. So all the time up until last week, everything was just a bot, and that was it. It was clear cut. You test it, you simulate it, and hope that you trade it. If you watch all those videos I put up on Substack, it clearly defines that when you use these 400 rules to be applied onto these strategies, what happens is the strategies can radically change. And typically, what will happen is part of that is a little Monte Carlo test, mathematically speaking. And then it will improve the strategy based upon the trading logic, and then use going through all the rules to apply them, and using the latest batch of market data for our data. It's very effective. But right now, I've not really had a chance this week to test them out because, like, once you get into wanting to back test not just the last couple, like the last week or so, like I'm wanting to go back the last 2 months now because I want to find out all the bots out there that I could work with, and I got the number. It's about 200 and something. So that's what I want to focus on right now. So what will happen is, out of those profitable bots, some of them are what I call, or the AI calls Gen 1. When they apply the rules of those from that trading course that I've got, the 400 rules, institutional level, options and futures rules, and it creates a new bot, then that bot becomes what they call Gen 2. And it's a Gen 2. Some of them can become much more lucrative. And those are, as I said, the custom proprietary bots the high frequency trading shops will use, the hedge funds will use as well. So yeah, there is part of that element of the Monte Carlo permutation, but there's a lot more that's tested. It makes the bots more self-adaptable as well. For volatility, using options. And I wish I could show it to you, but it takes to run what used to be a 20-minute simulation of everything get downloaded. It's now went from half an hour up to 2 hours with all this stuff being applied to it. But the bots can be a lot more profitable for sure. If you got any other questions, Brendan or whoever, I don't know. We had Adam here as well, but I guess he didn't find out that we have a continued stream. If you guys got any other questions at all, that's why I do these things. Yeah, I'd be having a continuous stream for half an hour, or sorry, for an hour a bit, just due to these problems from the technical point of view. Not fun. So, yeah, it sounds like you know what you're doing, Brandon, in terms of trading. As I said, with what I'm doing, I'm more focusing. I've got a process now in place where I use AI to generate these strategies. I just don't like using the word bots. All right, man, you got to hop off. Okay, we may end it here. I don't know what will happen if other people got questions. But like I was saying, if not, thanks for asking your questions tonight. But as I said, what I've already got a process in place to create trading bots, to create now institutional level trading bots, and I'm kind of leery on putting out there the trading rules because that's my edge. That is what maintains and tailors my algorithms and models to be more custom. So the fewer that know about it, the better. And I like to keep it that way. So as I said, some of the model types. Let me see if I can pull them up. Let's see here. If you got any questions or whatnot, let me know. I can give you the classifications of the rules. Just pulling up my computer here, my bad boy computer. It's not been operating as it should have. Part of the problem was what happened. I had the live streams open in my browser, and with the browsers, they take up a lot of processing. I think that was the thing that took it over the top. So it's gone through a reset, so it should work fine now. Okay. Okay, so in terms of the bots, good luck, Mr. Quantlabs. No problem. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to rhyme off some of the classifications and these rules. This is how in-depth they are. Remember, there's exactly 398. So I'm going to go through them. Okay. I might be able to switch this over to the screen here so you can see them. This is amazing. I'm using VS Code and it takes forever to load up something. Boy. Yeah, I think I got to move over to Linux. This is too much for me. Yeah, Windows is not the best anymore. It used to be okay for a while. I go through this love-hate thing with Windows. Okay, here we go. I've got everything. Okay. So let me just go over to the screen here. All right. I probably won't show this again. So here we have the PDF. So right there you could see it's got 399 rules. Okay. Let me just go through this here. So this involves hedging, futures, speculation, risk management, Greeks, and spreads. Those are the institutional levels. So let me read them off here, section by section. Okay, so this is a table of contents here. Maybe I'll go back here. Hang on. So these are the classification rules. There's 43 of them. Okay, so we're dealing with core principles, contract specs, leverage, margin, position sizing, all the basic stuff, risk reward rules. And then we get into speculation, technical analysis, market interconnection rules, liquidity, trading psychology, planning. Here's a circuit breaker, record keeping and compliance, yield curve and interest rates, cost of carry and storage rules, spread trading, key formulas, performance metrics, contingency. It's a lot. Key numbers, advanced hedging rules, option exercising Greek interaction rules. This is an important one for equilibrium, put call parity, synthetics. Then we have the Black Scholes, option premium boundaries, and that's another one to keep everything in. It's a safeguard. Advanced option strategies, rollover long-term hedge rules, monitoring frequency rules, post-trade options management, governance, compliance, and decision framework. That's a lot. It's 43 types of trading rules, and that's spread over 398 in total. So those are the rules. I guess we're losing people here because people are not interested in this. It blows my mind. But these are the basic elements of trading, especially in options and futures, because the options in futures are the most lucrative, and they'll be really important when things go crazy, and they will. I don't know. Is it you and me, Mr. CNN? If not, I'll end this considering what's happened. Let me know. Let's see if there's any other questions that were asked that I might have missed on the prior streams. Yeah, here. Yeah, I think the with the browser and having live streams, my browser just blew it up. Usually I did it on my phone. Yeah, here. Okay. Just seeing if there's any other questions that might have been missed. No. Okay. Yeah, here, folks. Just seeing if there's anything missing. If not, no more questions, we will end it. And I'll just proceed working on this backtesting stuff across the board. 200 plus trading bots. Analyzing that. I know this is not a popular topic, so I don't think I'll be making a video on it. Okay. My channel's coming up. Doesn't help when my internet's very slow. That could be another problem. Okay, here we go. Well, it's still saying people are still watching that prior stream. Okay. Anybody else got questions or comments? I guess we're coming down to the tail end of it. If not, my apologies. I'll probably just keep it simple and work off of the phone on the next one, the next stream. Trying it with these desktops are just not really, either I'm not cut out for it, but that's okay. All right, so it looks like I don't have any other questions. So I'll do a going once 3 times. Going once. Oh, we got somebody coming in. If you got any questions, let me know. On, we'll just say algo trading, investing, life. Got a question, let me know. Oh, they dropped off. So I'll do a going once, going twice. I guess going 3 times. So we'll call it a night. Sorry about the big mishap here. I'm just going to stick to the phone. I think it'd be easier. And we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.